for greed and arrogance in the New Jersey school systems. Now, we set forth that on February 7th, there's going to be a cap on school superintendent pay.
Yeah.
This cap has two elements to it. First, that while we acknowledge that being a school superintendent is a hard job, it's not easy, but it certainly is no harder than being governor. So we said, okay, we're going to cap pay at $175,000 a year because that's what the governor makes. And we're going to let people make a little bit more than that. It's going to be a sliding scale depending upon the size of the school district. But $175 for the biggest school districts will be the most you can make in base pay. But to make sure we're consistent with what we're demanding of teachers, we're also saying that you can get up to a 20% bonus based upon accomplishment. And not subjective accomplishment. Objective, my school district got better in these definable ways. We'll let the school districts decide what those ways are, because maybe some school districts need more help in reading, maybe some need more help in math or science. Let the school boards decide that. But if you achieve, you should get a bonus for it, but it doesn't go into your pension calculation. It doesn't go into your pension calculation. The base pay is all you get on your pension. These rules go into effect on February 7th. I did not need the legislature to do that. I could do it on my own, and we've done it. Now, what are school boards across New Jersey, some of them doing? Superintendents whose contracts have not expired and will not expire by February 7th are renegotiating those contracts to give them raises above the cap, because if you have a contract in place on February 7th, we can't get rid of your contract. These rules go into effect for people once those contracts expire. Well, people who are in the midst of their contracts now, they're coercing school boards to renegotiate their contracts, to extend them a whole number of years. Who's the poster board for that? So I'll give you a real life example. Parsippany, Morris County, my home county, school superintendent Lee Seitz. Lee Seitz currently makes $212,000 a year. By the way, 70% of New Jersey school superintendents make more than the governor. He's negotiated a new contract that says starting on December 1st, he would, and his contract, by the way, does not expire until next July. So the cap comes into effect in February. When he gets his new contract in July, it would have to be under the cap. So he'd be taking a pay cut. He's negotiated a new agreement with the school board. Starting December 1st, the salary would go up to $216,000. The next school year, $220,000. The next school year, $225,000. The next school year, $230,000. Ending in the final year of 2014-2015 at $234,000 a year. The school board, despite a massive turnout at the school board meeting of citizens participating in protest, voted 6-2 with one abstention. Who was that brave soul? One abstention to approve that new contract. Now, I spoke out against that contract. And it was erroneously reported in the papers and erroneously said by the school board that that contract had been approved by the county superintendent of schools, which is a requirement for any new contracts to be approved by the county superintendent of schools. And it was reported at the end of last week, and a bunch of Democrats, seeing that report, jumped on that and said, oh, Governor Christie, the county superintendent works for him, even though this person was appointed by John Corzine. But works for me, and he's out beating this person up, yet his county superintendent of schools approved this contract. And I said, I didn't think that was true. So on Friday, I looked into it, and lo and behold, wouldn't you know it, the Parsippany School Board had not yet officially submitted the contract for approval to the county superintendent. So you will be the first to know that today, that Lee Seitz's contract will be rejected by the county superintendent. It's my Commissioner of Education will be sending a letter out today to the county superintendent of schools in all 21 counties telling them there are to be no contracts renegotiated above the cap before the cap goes into effect. I will not stand for it.